Students, now I will explain you another experiment, that is PN junction diode. To draw the characteristic curve of forward bias PN junction diode and to determine the static and dynamic resistance of the given diode. This is half part of this experiment. We are having forward as well as reverse characteristics. But reverse characteristics are not in our scope. We are only dealing the forward characteristic and we are just comparing the Ohm's law to the ohmic conductor to the non-ohmic conductor. As we have verified in the previous experiment, that if a characteristic curve of V versus I graph is straight line, that was ohmic. Now it is not a straight line, so it is non-ohmic. That we have to prove. We have to take basic components, a battery eliminator of short range. Again a rheostat, you know earlier. This is a milliammeter. Now the range of the milliammeter is very small. It is of 10 milliampere range. 10 milliampere. Voltmeter is of 1.5 volt range. It is a smaller one. A PN junction diode installed on this wooden block. These are the connecting wires. Again we are having 7 wires. First of all, we connect to the positive terminal of the battery to the rheostat bottom one, and the second one, negative terminal of the battery to the bottom one, and the positive terminal, top terminal output taken to the milliammeter, and then to the PN junction diode, and then to the negative terminal. We are left with 2 more wires connected to the voltmeter in parallel across the PN junction diode. Just I will show you experimentally how you will do. You take the red one for the positive terminal, red, connected to the bottom of the one side of the rheostat, negative one to the again other side of the rheostat. To the positive side we take the top terminal. This is top terminal out to the milliammeter positive, and then milliammeter negative to the PN junction diode positive, and then PN junction diode negative to the negative. These all components are connected. Now we are using rheostat as a potential divider. This is potential divider. Whatever be the voltage you will apply, it will be distributed across the whole of the length of the rheostat, and you can take any value by varying the top terminal. When you switch on the circuit, you will get a deflection in the rheostat. When you vary the rheostat, you will get a full scale deflection. This is the value of current which we are recording by the milliammeter. There is some loose connection. It is a practical problem that rheostat may connect with this value. Now we have to read voltage across the PN junction diode. So you just connect positive to the this side, negative to the this side. You get the deflection. Now you are having both the deflection. When you vary the rheostat, you will get complete variation. The voltmeter is stable now as shown in the graph, and the maximum value of milliammeter, that is shooting value. Very small variation in the voltmeter division will lead to a very large variation in the milliammeter. So you will have this a rising curve in the forward bias characteristic. I just reduce the value to the 0, and then I will increase slowly. Like this, you are getting the variation. This is stable, and this is going to the maximum value. I may repeat it once more. You will get this is 0, this is 0. When you increase it slowly, what will happen? You see the voltmeter divisions are rising, but milliammeter is not rising up to 10 divisions. Then after milliammeter rising, voltmeter is slowly, and then after voltmeter is get stable, and current is rising very fast. This shows the exponential variation of the current. As we will record, initially the value of the voltmeter is 0 milliammeter reading with the voltmeter reading. When you announce for one division in the voltage, it is 1, it is 0. Then after it is 2, it is 0. 3, it is 0. 4, again 0. When you come to the 5, you will get 1. So like this. Each division you have to record for each division of voltmeter. Up to 20 divisions on an average you have to go, record all the values, and then after multiplied by the least count. Least count of the milliammeter is 2 milliamperes, 10 divisions. So it is 0.2 milliampere, 0.25 divisions of voltage in 10 divisions, so 0.025 volt. So it is 0.025. When you multiply 0.0, 0.0, it will be 0.025, it will be 0.0, 0.050, 0.0. Similarly, when you come here, it will be 0.2, remain 0.0, remain 0.0, remain 0.075, 0.010. Okay, this is the trend of the observations which you will record. When you plot the graph with each division of voltmeter recorded here, and correspondingly you will record plot the current. You will find initially it will have 0 readings which are marked here. Then after there is slight rising. This is good for exponential one. If you take a tangent at this point anywhere just after the division, you will find the slope of this tangent will give you dynamic resistance, and if you take the total voltage to total current, that will give you static resistance. This is a few ohms which you can find out by the numerical value. Precaution that a large current should not be flow through the diode, otherwise the diode will get heated. Diode is a unilateral resistance of a diode. In forward wise is of few ohms, in reverse wise it is mega ohms, kilo ohm to mega, depending upon the doping and designing of the diode. This is the complete working which you have to perform in the laboratory, and according to this, again you can understand with the circuit. It is potential divider. Each division variation you have to record for each division of milliammeter. That will give you a graphical presentation of a non-ohmic graph, and you will prove it that diode is a non-ohmic. You can see previous year students record just for comparison, and for your practice you can plot these graphs, and as and when you are having time you perform in the laboratory.